Hi, my name's Nick Tann and welcome to my Fresh Music Fix. Artists from around the world send me their tunes. I pick the songs I like the best, put them in a podcast to share with you. This week we've got Harry Pentony, Mike Harley and Holly Berry-J.Kas-Revert, but we're going to kick off with Spearmint 1986 and you are going to love it.
Explode over and over. I was due to go to Madrid. I was scared to fly alone. It was the first time. Michael said if the plane should fall from the sky, wait till just before it hits the clay. Hop off the plane and walk away. 1986. Newcastle and Madrid. We were dancing round to the same music. Two worlds coexisted, so different and yet we were dancing to the same music. So hot in Madrid, for weeks on end. Retiro Park, churros in the afternoon. I was hiding from the sun, watching movies behind dark wooden shutters. Madonna with a cigarette, a nightclub in a back street. On my doorway, it opened after midnight. A world of light within. Huge fire in the middle of the crowd. So many spirits, the music loud. Newcastle and Madrid. We were dancing round to the same music. Two worlds coexisted, where everything we did was somehow connected to the music.
Oh, beautiful. Hello everybody. Yes, it's really hot today. It's one of those when you look back in time and go, God, it was the start of when it got started to get really hot, and today's the day. And you can hear it because I've got the fan. I'm not going to turn the fan off because I'm just going to melt otherwise, and it'll just be horrible. That was Spearmint 1986. A great song, a very interesting song that I really like. It's got a bit of prefab sprat about it. But yeah, so Spearmint has been going since 1999. The 86 is meant to be, it's kind of like a looking back. I don't really like nostalgia. I'm not a big fan of nostalgia, but that's what it's about. For me, that's not the most interesting thing about it. I'll tell you about that in a minute. So they've got this new album coming out. This will be the 11th. This is their slow down, Nick. This is their 11th album. Yes, I know, Chris. I just got to slow down. I know. Chris isn't here. So I did see him earlier on this week, but he's not here. I'm gonna do this on my own. I can do this on my own. I'm a big boy now. And it's brilliant. And I love the song. It's got some length to it, but it's not too long. I really, really like it. The bit that I find really interesting, because I'm in the middle of mixing an album. I haven't finished. We've got to finish doing the vocals first. Oh, that's me, isn't it? Yeah, I've got more vocals to do, but we're sort of in the middle of making an album at the moment, and we've been putting in some percussion and stuff, and so they've been. Oh, actually, they've been. Should I mention this? We're united with producer Rodri Marsden. Yeah, so we've got. You've got Rodri Marsden, we've got Steve Lyons. Yeah. So, yeah. And he said, what did he say? Tambourine always works. And I love the tambourine on this. I just love it. It comes in on the second verse, which of course it should do, as do the melodies on the second verse, because we're changing all the time. On the third verse, it's gone. None. No tambourine at all. For fourth, it's back again. And then a little bit later on, it's still there, but it's different. We're not doing 16s anymore. Oh, no. We're just doing straights. Boom, boom, boom. And I love it. I love the tambourine in there. Just go back and go. If you're curious, go back, have a listen to it again, and listen for when the tambourines come in and out. It's brilliant. It's a fantastically produced song. It's well written. Let's mention who was on it. Shirley Lee, Simon Calnan, James Parson, Ronan Lavore, and it's on their own Hit Back label, and the back is all in capitals. Everybody, hit, not in capitals. Look at what we can do. Anyway, enough of that. Next we've got what have we got? What is that there? We've got Harry Pentony. I'll tell you a bit about him as well. Listen to this. This is brilliant.
Heard you up in the clouds, still don't understand how you fell short from the homecoming. Forever think of the unknown. Was she true? And it tells us all. Inside and far out, you should have opened up, but you couldn't. Could we have done something different? It was the darkest night. Take me back. You drowned under, split me in two, lost a friend.
Lovely song. But if you listen to what happened with Spearmint, like that's kind of like a what do we call it? What do we call it? It's a good template to use, like where you kind of lift it up and 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 repeat it and etc., and change every verse and whatever, and pick up all those nice little earworms. Because I was just thinking this. Hang on, let me just do this.
You had so much to see. I was a shoulder for you to cry on. Why hold it to yourself with nowhere to breathe? It was the darkest night. Take me back. You drowned undone. Split me in two. Lost a friend. Now forever. Each day that passed, see your ghost in the distance. We gave our love, want you back, we surrender.
I do like the rest of the song, but I just thought if you had that little note and a few more kind of almost like Beach Boysy vocals in it, it might have been a bit different. Because it's sort of like, it kind of peters out. It does kind of peter out a little bit at the end, and it sort of deserved to do that. Now, why did I do that? Do you know why I did that? Because I fucking can. Because it's my show. I don't have to get any sponsorship from anybody. I do all this just for the love of it. I get a little bit of money, like I literally get 20 quid a month from Patreon, and that pays for hosting the podcast. So I haven't got to worry about getting hold of getting sponsors or anything like this, or worrying about the numbers, how many people are listening this week. I don't care. If loads of people started listening or not, it wouldn't make any difference to me, because I've always said, look, if there's at least 50 people listening, or maybe even 20. I mean, I could drop it to 20. If there's 20 people listening, and I know there's at least that, because a lot of and also a lot of you do engage with me in other places where I appear, then it's fine. But I haven't got to go chasing sponsors, and I can just tell you. I just tell you what my opinion is. I don't get it. I don't. Anyway, I'll get onto that later on. What have we got next? I've done that. Where's my other bit of paper? It's been a funny old day today. I know the podcast is late. It's later than I'm later than I am usually, but there are good reasons for that. I went and saw a fantastic band on Saturday night. God, Jesus! I went and saw Yusuf Days and his band on Saturday night at the Royal Festival Hall. It was outstanding, and kind of changed a little bit of my view on performing live, and which I'm going to be doing on Friday. And Friday is a little bit similar to what I said earlier on. If 10 people come and I'm assuming 10 people are going to come and see us on Friday, but I don't care, because I've hired the venue. It wasn't much. I think it was a couple of £100. I hired the venue for a couple of £100. I've put on some people that are supporting us, and we're just going to have fun. We're just going to have the best time. I tell you, we were sounding really good. Anyway. Enough about me. Let me just talk about what's coming next. Mike Harley and Holly Berry. This is Heartbeat. Now, this is different to what I normally play.
You keep raising my heartbeat. I'm feeling your heat take over me. You got under my skin when I wasn't expecting it. Scared of how deep I'm in, but you feel like the perfect fit. Can't barely breathe. like tonight. Scared of how deep I'm in, but you know that I'm loving it. You're the one I've been waiting for. When I can't get enough, yeah, you give me more. You're the one I'm under when you're next to me. No, I can't get enough. You keep raising my heartbeat. I'm feeling your heat. Take over me. You keep raising my heartbeat. I'm feeling love. Can't let it breathe. You keep raising my heartbeat.
You keep. See, it's just there. It just rinses. See, it's a DJ term, and there it is. That was Mike Harley and Holly Berry. And I love UK Garage. Always have done, always love it. I had this job once, back when I used to have jobs. I did a lot of work for the council and various bits and pieces. I used to do youth work and stuff. And I got this job working for the council. This is about 20 odd years ago. And I was doing youth work, working at various youth clubs for the council, and I got this job working with this great guy called Keir. He was a really good youth worker, and I got a job, and he said, "Can you you do music? can you teach some of these kids to use decks?" And I went, "Yeah, sure." Never used a deck in my life. And he said, "Well, it hasn't started yet, this job, but because he said it has kind of started. We've got funding for it." He said, "But there are no kids coming to it yet. They're not going to come along for 6 weeks. But you can go along and work on the decks and get to know the equipment and everything, and I'll pay you." It was brilliant. He said, "Brilliant." So I went with and they had 2 decks there, and I worked out all the sort of how to make them all work and everything. And I went to a charity shop, and I found some vinyl stuff, and it looked kind of the right sort of thing. So I bought those, and I started mixing, trying to learn how to do this thing where you have to match beats. So you have to match. You got one song in one deck. And then you got one record on one deck, you got one record on another deck, and then you sort of mix between the two, and you sort of do it halfway through, and you make up little bits and bits. And like I was doing this, I had 6 weeks to do it, like 2 hours a week, 6. But when I first started, I didn't have a clue. I was like, what am I going to do? And then one day when I was doing it, something clicked in my head. There was some sort of like switch, and I could then I learned how to match beat, because I was like, I can listen to this song and then do this, and then there's a little slider in between where you move between decks, and then I just started to get it. I was like, oh, thank God for that. And then the kids came along, and a lot of there were 2 kids who could already do it, and none of the others could do it at all. I kind of worked out who was good at doing it and let them do it, and then get them to teach them. But I did do it in the end. And so whenever I listen to the UK Garage, I always remember that, and that was brilliant. So that's Mike Harley and Holly Berry. Holly Berry. Oh, see, I used to know this guy called Rowan Berry. It can't be the same guy. Well, it's not the same guy because it's Holly. It's a woman person. Anyway, I digress. Let's listen to what we got. Oh yeah, J.Kas and Magnificent Day. This is lovely.
Nodding. Look, I woke up early in morning, fresh, feeling blessed, and dug the cold out my eye corner, feeling blessed. You know? I can feel it in my fingers, they ain't feeling stressed. And my mind, body, and soul ain't feeling nesh. Today is gonna be a good day, I'm feeling special. I've been run down lately, I needed rest. As I flung off the duvet and jumped out bed, I stand up and stand tall, now I feel to stretch and crack the bones in my body just to get me moving. A couple press ups, but they need improving. There's something in air, I can feel it grooving. There's something so calm, peaceful and soothing. The weather's on one, sunshine's been looming. My heart opened up, real love just moved in. It's just like the rhythm, hear the drums them booming. Let's hit a little venture like Mayan Mooming.
Well, it's a magnificent day. Well, it's a magnificent day. Well, it's a magnificent day. Well, it's a magnificent day.
Listen. Look, I stepped out on road doing my fandango. From head to toe, drip is also Sancho. If you didn't know, yo, I'm also Hanzo, the sleeping soul. Please don't spoil my plan, so the day seems bright and it's also pleasant. Blue skies, birds sing, so I'm in that presence. Everything's universal, I'm in that essence. I've never felt like this since my adolescence. Bring 'em out, where my people there. That's on the bus right now, on the evil way. You see, we got no time for egregiousness. Just take your time, look around with no eagerness. We aid the elderly, put smiles upon the people's faces. Even dirty dibby haters who can't tie me lasers. Coming out from under rocks, wanna ask me favors. Ni hao zai tian, I won't see your latest.
Well, it's a
Ciao.
magnificent day. Well, it's a magnificent day. Well, it's a magnificent day. Well, it's a magnificent day.
Listen, look, you see the moral of this song is go live your life. Cause every day is a blessing, you can't live this twice. And if you're good, then you're good. If you're nice, you're nice. And nowadays I've got it backwards, don't live that life. We say the grass is always greener when it's well looked after. You get what you need when it's time for pasture. And broken hearts, them get repaired from laughter. And every new moment is a wavy chapter. Look, nah then, this is bigger than me. This is bigger than you, and this is bigger than we. And if you dig deep inside, just send you're bigger to be. And see a bigger picture that's as big as the sea. And see that love is all around like it's wet. I never knew a love like this, I can bet. I woke up this morning with no stress. I guess that's the pure joys of being blessed.
Well, it's a magnificent day. Well, it's a magnificent day. Well, it's a magnificent day. Well, it's a magnificent day.
Lovely. That was gorgeous. I love that. That's J.Kas and Magnificent Day. Obviously, I've got some views. I've got some views. At the end, it just kind of petered out again, and it's like, all right, if you want that, but do you want to keep the energy a little bit? Let's keep the energy. Keep people engaged. People are engaged. You don't want them to wander off. When I get into the end, start talking, because you've been rapping the whole way through. Like and the flow's brilliant. It's lovely. It's great. I love it all. But then at the end, when you could kind of cut out of it a little bit and just start talking in your normal voice. Now, this is I talked about this a couple of weeks ago, when I was talking about what people send me in their bios and stuff, and what I find interesting, and what would you find interesting? Because you don't want me to read out what a lot of this is, because a lot of it is just like telling you what the music sounds like. Like, I just listen to the music. So I think what's different about this podcast, and I've been looking at other podcasts as well, other music podcasts, is that we actually play the music. Like I always say, send me the track. I don't download anything. I don't go to Spotify and find people. I don't go searching that going, oh please, can I play this song? It's like they send it to me, and because they send it to me, I can play the whole song because they sent it to me. They're the license holder, or whatever you want to call it. So that I play stuff because I love it. But listen to this. Before a beat even drops, I've put it on a voice, obviously, to emphasise my point. Before a beat even drops, listeners are greeted by his signature track intro, Nah Then, the iconic Yorkshire greeting that has become his definitive social stamp. it proudly asserts his roots before paving the way for a completely unique cross-cultural heritage. A vocal identity that seamlessly blends the gritty warmth of a Sheffield accent with the rhythmic cadence of Jamaican patois to create an instantly recognisable signature sound. Thank you, Chat GPT or something, because that's okay. I get it. I've just been using Chat GPT for something else, for some text on a poster for a choir that I do, and it's great for stuff like that. And I also do. I use it for my band, and I do, and I get it, and I get it. Everybody, that what ChatGPT has done has made a job that bands and artists hate doing, writing a bio. Can you write a bio in 30 words about yourself? You know, you have to, because you're doing all the applications for your gigs and for some festivals, and you go, oh mate, like I've just finished a rehearsal that finished at 2:00 in the morning, and I've just got back and I'm knackered, and now you've got to do this, and you go, oh, go into ChatGPT and do it, and it is a pain in the arse. So honestly, I'm not blaming anybody. I'm not blaming, shaming nobody. I know it. I do it myself. But you could have just come up with something else, man. Just come up with your own voice, because what you do is your own voice. And at the end of this, at the end of Magnificent Day, which is fantastic, in my head, this is a magnificent day, and that's still there. It's still there. But towards the end, keep it up. Tell a little story about walking down the road in your, what does it say? The rhythmic cadence of Sheffield accent and Jamaican patois, because it sounds great. You've done it. It sounds great, and you're making music with it, and that's fine. Carry on with it. Come out of it a little bit and do it. Anyway, that's that. Okay, so I'll tell you. I've done a lot of talking today. I have, haven't I? I've done a lot of talking today. It's one of those. Last week didn't do much talking. Today I did some talking. Let me play this last track. This is from a band called Revert. The name I hate. I hate it because I want to. If I Google it, what am I going to do? Revert. Anyway, listen to this. The music's great. Listen to it. This is Revert and Love Me Before I Leave.
Together we're like a pot that's full of peace. To be loved before I go, it's all that I need. So I ask you nicely, oh pretty please, to be loved before I go. Oh pretty please, not another rodeo. Oh pretty please, don't do this to me. Oh pretty please, why don't you love me before I leave tonight?
See, it was going all right. I loved it up to this, nearly up to this. What's this? I don't understand. What's this? Sorry, guys. I fucking loved that song. I really loved that song. The drums and the bass. I love what the bass was doing. I love what you were doing. I don't know who you are. They're actually a band from Sheffield, just the same as J.Kas. Yeah. Now that was lovely, and I was looking at the waveform as it was playing, and I thought, this is brilliant. This is great. And I thought, oh no, I could see there's a drop coming, and it drops to nothing. I was like, oh come on, man, you got me going, you got me engaged, you got me like, and then you take me somewhere else. That's the same but a bit slower, and then we just do this little fannying around at the end. Why are we doing that? You had a great song. Should have just ended it before that ending. You should have just before we did that breakdown. You should have just ended it on. You could have gone on a little bit more with a bit more of the guitar and carried on the energy, and then boomf, then bang out. Good night. Really good. But I love it, and I'm sorry if, and I know I just keep apologising for this sometimes, because if you've listened to the podcast for a while, you know this is what I do, and I do it out of love. I do it, I'm a musician, I'm doing it, like I said, I'm making an album at the moment, and I've been through all this, and also I've been doing this podcast business. I've been making the same podcast. I know I changed the name last year. I'm making the same podcast since 2008, and I've listened to loads of songs, and I listen to it, and I think, oh, yeah. Oh. So I listen to every single song. I listen to every single song that gets sent in, and there are tens of thousands of songs. So I know what makes me go, oh yeah, that's great. I really like that. Let's put that in. And sometimes it's been weird, and sometimes it's been recorded on a phone. And I know I bang on about this, but like I say, some people are listening for the first time. So I'm just going to let you know, because you guys are listening for the first time, going, well, if he doesn't like it, why is he playing it? Because I bloody love it. Because you don't know how many songs I went, no, this is no good. I don't want this in the podcast. I'm not going to play it. It's not going to play it. It's not going to play it. And I even keep all the ones that I don't play in the podcast. I even keep them just in case something happens, like it happened last week. Do you remember with that band last week? What were they called? I can't remember now. That's a different train of thought. So I love all this stuff. And look, this is just my opinion as a musician, as a podcaster, and take it with a pinch of salt. If you just think, what the fuck does he know? We've done this song and he didn't get it. I got the song, but he didn't get why we did this. But I think I did. Because you looked at it and went, oh, it's only about I don't know how many minutes it is. I could stop, go back and measure it, but I can't be asked. But like, we could, we've paid this money to go in the studio. Let's make it 4 minutes long, everybody. And they're going, okay. So they get to the point and go, well, what are we going to do? Oh, I don't know. Let's just do this breakdown bit. And I go, oh no. And I repeat the chorus a little bit and break it down and then come back in again. Nah, mate, you had it. You had it there. You had the whole thing. I'm trying to think what that bass is doing. It's not playing. You're not playing the root, are you? Is it a third? Or, I don't know. I'm not that technical about it, but I know what it is. Anyway. Oh yeah, I want to tell you this revelation I had when I went and saw. Who did I see? I went and saw somebody. Anyway, had this revelation of one of the things I hate doing. So I don't necessarily hate the sound of my own voice, because I listen back to the podcast and with the band, I'm all right listening to myself singing and all that sort of stuff. The thing that I really hate listening back to, that makes me squirm in my seat still, and I've been performing for like bloody donkey's years, is when I start to talk to the audience in between songs, and I hate it. It is a bit of an art, but I hate doing it. And I saw myself in a video last week of the band. I won't put it up, don't worry, you can find it if you want. And it had me talking in between, and it was just like, oh, why have I done it? And then I just thought, well, why have I got to do that? Listen to other bands. They don't always do that. And I think what it is, it's a throwback to when I was a singer-songwriter, like a solo singer-songwriter. When you just kind of, that's a tricky little game, the singer-songwriter stuff, which is why I don't do it anymore, because it is tricky, but it's also a heartbreaker. But yeah, you feel like you've got to talk in between the songs to engage with the audience. But in a band, I don't have to. I don't have to do an awful lot of talking. And I had a rehearsal with the band last week, ahead of this gig on Friday, and they were like, well, don't talk, you don't have to talk. I was like, really? Is it all right if I don't talk in between the songs? Can we just play the songs? And they went, well, yeah, keep a little bit of mystery, just, you know. And I went and saw, like I said, I went and saw Yusuf Days at the weekend at the Royal Festival Hall. One of the best gigs of my life, actually, to go and see that. And he didn't stop after each song and tell you what the song's about and all that sort of stuff, that bollocks that I come out with. He just played the songs. He'd say, you know, I mean, they did about 2 hours, which actually I would normally go, that was too long. I could have done another half an hour, to be honest with you. It was so good. But he didn't introduce people. There were people that came out. He had a couple of guests and he introduced them, and there's a little story about them. But that was interesting. But you know, he didn't overdo it, which I think I do. But I'm not going to do it anymore. That's it, everybody. Who would have thought? My revelation for this week, my takeaway from this is, Nick, do less talking. Anyway, thanks everybody for sending the songs in. Thank you for listening. I will see you again. I will speak to you again next week and tell you how the gig went. I love you all. Goodbye.